Hey family, peace and love to my kings and my queens, my brothers and sisters. I greet you all with love and light of the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. I'm out here getting some exercise. Yes indeed, out here in nature. You can't beat it, family, you can't beat it. Many of you who've been going through some things, you know what I mean, especially on these jobs, and you want to unwind, get out here in nature and walking is the best medicine. It heals like no other. Okay, this is what your sister do. I've been walking now. It's been about 3 months, and I've already dropped the pant size. And a lot of the swelling, which is something but built up fluid, that's going down. Even when I'm PMSing, you know, my sisters know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't find myself being all bloated like I used to, because I'm constantly walking, you know, and drinking a lot of water and flushing myself out. Yeah, family, get out here, get in nature. You know, a lot of time I talk about ancestors. You know, I know a lot of you, for those of you whose third eye is awakened, and you get what I'm going with this, you know, you see all kind of things inside yourself. Beings, numbers, sacred geometrical shapes, beautiful colors, you name it, you're seeing it within yourself, all right? It's your truth, all right? Even though you're seeing all kind of things, you know, especially, I would say, especially beings and maybe people, you know, a lot of that is just your ancestors, all right? They're your ancestors, pretty much like welcoming you and everything, and they are showing themselves to you because basically during that particular time in the present, you're matching their vibrational frequency. But you know, our ancestors are not only so much within us, they're out here also, like out in nature. This tree right here, which seems so not a big deal, it's been here a long time, all right? It's been here a long time. And this tree right here, just getting out and touching it, all right? Just touching it and sitting by it, you know, sitting by the tree, talking to it, planting your feet by the tree. Man, I tell you, you'd be surprised. You might not feel it at that moment, but you'd be surprised, you know, how it can affect you as well spiritually. You know, you're connecting with Mother Earth Gaia. You know, you're connecting with Earth, and you know, she's definitely full of information, and it's one way of getting grounded as well, all right? Getting grounded is very, very important. But I just want to throw that at many of you, because a lot of times when you hear something such as, like, when people talk about ancestors, they always talk about going within themselves. Even I've said it too, but you know, a lot of our ancestors are out here also. You know, you're dealing with nature spirits, you know, like I said, you're dealing with the trees, you know, nature, period, you know, because you really don't know who you were before you came here, unless you're going through yourself and you are having experiences of past lives, all right? And you would know that for yourself. You would know that for yourself. You know, all I do is speak my experience, my testimony, but I'm not here to try to push anything on anybody. You know, either many of you get what your sister is saying or you don't, you know, but it's time, it's a time and season for everything, okay? The time and season for everything. Whew. All right, family, I decided to switch sides. Big ups to my brother, Sebastian, who communicates with me quite often in the comment section. I did check out a couple of your videos, my brother. He lives like, I believe Sebastian lives in the Middle East, I believe, somewhere in the Middle East. But anyway, he relates to me a lot, you know. I know he does, because he's having his own experience, especially when it comes to, you know, seeing these light ships in the sky. all of these interesting anomalies, whatever you want to call them, you know. But what I wanted to ask you, my brother, I know you're watching this video, and you can, if you don't want to leave it down in the comment section, just let me know by emailing me. It's Qmccwest@gmail.com. When you're seeing those images in the sky, are you seeing them with your bare eyes and you just decide to start filming, you know, looking up and start filming, or are you just feeling this urge to just look up and start filming? I'm just curious about that, because he has some awesome short videos on his channel, and it's a lot of light ships, sort of the same kind of light ships that I be seeing as well, and some of them look humanoid looking, you know, like ET operating some kind of device and they're flying around the sky. That's very interesting as well. But family, was all said and done, they're around us anyway, all right? Even energy, you know, whether it's positive or not so positive, you know. These things are around us anyway. That's why the word veil exists, you know. And a lot of us are starting to wake up, you know, due to our vibration, you know, allows us to see things that we normally wouldn't be able to see, you know. So that's why many of us are seeing certain things that others are not. And like I said, it's why it's good to make your own videos so people can communicate with you in a way they don't feel like, you know, they're going to be judged, shall I say, because they're actually speaking with someone who can relate to them. You know, it ain't easy, okay? Believe me, it's not easy. You got to have some thick skin doing these kind of videos, for real, and definitely be covered. I ain't telling no lie. A lot of people are wondering, why you and not me? Why you and not me? And they don't know your walk. They don't know what it took for you to get to where you are. All they know is what they're seeing. That they see something in you they don't see in themselves. But a lot of you don't have no experiences, but you're still very positive, and I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. A lot of my queens, you know, you're actually starting to comment and let me know that you appreciate my channel and how it's helping you, because at least when the time comes, you know what to expect, you know. And still, your experiences are your experiences. It's going to be your truth. I can't take that from you. But at least you know I can relate. I ain't going to think you're crazy, because I'm having my own experiences. I'm having them daily, tell you the truth. But anyway, back to my brother that I was speaking about. They live somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know if it's Peru. I don't know, Sebastian. You live somewhere in the Middle East. But anyway, let me just say this real quick. I mentioned this before, and I'm gonna say it again, all right? Because I have sensed this within myself. So this is not something I'm hearing anybody saying, because I've mentioned this before on my past videos. But you know, after that 9/11, you know, which was planned, all right, pre-planned. Let me say that. People can think what they want to think, but that was pre-planned. What they call it, order out of chaos. A lot of times they can create stuff based on order out of chaos, but there are times they can try to cause a change of reaction, an event to happen due to having a hidden agenda, you know. Especially if it's a area that they're trying to get to. They have to make up something, you know what I mean? They have to make up something. And like I said it then, I'm gonna say it again. There's something very valuable out there, something very valuable, something very ancient. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it go. It's definitely something that they found out, that Saddam Hussein knew about it, and pretty much the locals, they knew about it. I don't know my friend Sebastian that you know about it, but anyway, I'm sure most people who work in the military knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, I ain't gonna say too much anyway. But anyway, it's something very ancient that they have found out that's there, and like with anything, it's all about control. You want to take over control so they can use it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. I mentioned it before what it was, but I'm not gonna go through. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I pray many of you have ears to hear. I'm praying many of you have ears to hear. You know, by them causing that so-called, you know, 9/11 tragic incident to happen, shall I say. That's one way for them to get over there, all right? Saddam was not the enemy. He was just in the way, all right? He was just in the way. No, one way they could get over there. That's all I'm going to say. Now you see why they don't want you to wake up. If you can meditate on things, you can go within yourself and don't get to where you connect with your higher self. And start asking questions. You start seeing things. You start having visions. And you can ask your higher self questions and you will get an answer. Some of you have ears to hear, some of you don't, but that's okay. A lot of people died tragically for no reason. And it had nothing to do with no terror threat. But anyway, there's a lot of truth seekers that have a lot of subscribers and viewers, and a lot of them are just being taken out big time. I'm noticing this on YouTube, and I don't fear it because the way I see it's all about numbers. They go about numbers. Because people watching me, it seems like I'm just some crazy lady. You know what I mean? Because my viewer count is up, 1 minute up, 1 minute down, and then it really depends on what I'm talking about. So it's like to them, nobody is really paying me any attention. You know what I mean? You know, but there are people who are more popular, shall I say? You know, more well known and on YouTube, and they are truth seekers. And a lot of them are conscious brothers and sisters, and they're speaking out, and they're being taken out. They're not being taken out, they're being messed with big time, especially due to psychic attacks. Because one minute you see them, they're looking okay, and next minute you see them, they're looking bad. They're looking terrible. Family, they fighting a good fight. I tell you, they are fighting a good fight. But it can't take a toll on you if you don't know how to protect yourself. But he that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. And like I said, you know, a lot of people have different beliefs, you know. It's basically who you're going to serve, you know, the light or the dark. And, you know, I'd rather be on a team that's of love, which is a high vibrational frequency, and on the side of these angels, shall I say, like Archangel Michael and Gabriel and Ariel and all of them. I'd rather be on their side, all right? Because according to the word, you know, it is finished. The battle has already won. We just got to walk this thing out. I'm just going to continuously do my part, share my experience, my testimony. Until I get the sign from within to stop. I've done enough videos already, you know. Many of you can go back in my vault and watch a lot of my videos. Cause a lot of things I was speaking about then, I'm not even talking about now. Cause I don't have to keep repeating myself. It's up for many of you to keep seeking so you find. But anyway, certain places anyway, you know, due to I lost my train of thought. I apologize, family. Let me collect my thoughts. I'm getting tired out here walking. I normally walk, 6